going to start in a wide-legged forward fold. So just make your way turning to the long edge of your mat, just bringing your feet nice and wide apart. And you want your feet wide, not so uncomfortably wide, but not necessarily easy wide. See if you can spread apart your toes, and I want you to push into the inside edge of your foot, or your big toe edge of your foot, and push into the outside edge of your foot, so your baby toe edge of your foot. Take a few breaths, just bend your elbows, chin into your chest, let your head hang heavy. And with each exhale, see if you can feel your elbows bend a little heavier and your chin or your head sink a little lower. Start to rock the weight a little bit forward and back, so into your toes and then back into your heels. And I want you to finish leaning way back into your heels. And with your bum literally leaning way back, you're going to start to walk your hands really far forward. Hands shoulder distance apart. You can keep your palms on the floor, or you can lift your wrists and wrists up off the floor, fingertips to the ground, whatever's easier. Leaning your hips way back, stretch your arms even further forward. You're going to try and straighten out your elbows all the way. You can lift your head up. You can let your head drop low, whatever's comfortable for you. And then whenever you're ready, just bring your hands back into the center. Just swivel to the right side. So you're going to bring your left knee down to the floor. Make your way into a lunge with your right foot forward. Lean onto your left hand, anywhere that feels comfortable for you. Shimmy your right foot a little over to the right side and turn your toes slightly out. Take your right hand and just start to softly roll your right knee open to the side. And I want you to be careful about not rolling onto the outside edge of your foot or not rolling your ankle. You're going to keep your foot flat on the floor and just try and get your knee to rock open any amount. And if it will stay there on its own, you can bring both hands to the floor. And if it's not quite there yet, just keep your hand. Don't push it, don't force it, just encourage it to roll a little bit open. Eventually, when you're ready, you're going to roll your right shoulder up and back. And you're going to start to turn your chest to the right side of the room. But I want you to turn your hips a little bit down to the floor or to the left side. So shoulders roll to the right, hips roll down to the floor or to the left. If this is really comfortable for you, go ahead and extend your right arm up nice and tall. See if you can push a little bit into the back of your head. And then you're going to swivel yourself all the way back into your wide-legged forward fold. So walk to the left side this time, feet nice and wide apart. You're going to reach your left hand forward, lean way back into your bum, and you're going to take your right hand and you're going to try and find that left foot or that left leg. So you can start higher up below your knee, and eventually you're going to slide that hand all the way down to your ankle or all the way down to the outside edge of your foot. And you don't have to force it. You can keep it up a little higher. Stretch your left arm nice and far forward as you're holding on to that left leg with your right hand. And you can go ahead and try the same thing one more time on the right side. So left knee comes to the floor. Left hand rests anywhere that's comfortable. Right toes lean a little over to the right, and right knee starts to open up a little bit to the right side. You can wiggle your hips, get comfortable. You can play with your right shoulder, so make sure you have a little bit of movement in your upper back or your shoulder. Eventually that right shoulder rolls up and back, but your hips twist down to the floor. So right shoulder twists up, hips turning down to the floor. Maybe see if you can push into the back of your head and extend your right arm tall up towards the ceiling. Eventually, walk or crawl to the wide-legged forward fold. And if you want to, same thing, extend your left arm forward, grab onto the outside edge of your left foot or the outside edge of your leg, anywhere that works for you, and really stretch or reach those left arms forward. Lean a little bit back into your heels, so sink your bum as far away from your left hand as it'll go. And then you're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. So right knee comes to the floor. You can use your prop underneath your right thigh if you want to. Right hand comes to the ground anywhere that's comfortable. Left toes turn a little out. Open up your left knee. And you can wiggle your hips a little bit. Make any adjustments that feel good. Roll your left shoulder up and back and see if maybe you could extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Whenever you're ready, walk or crawl yourself back into your wide-legged forward fold. So this time your right arm reaches really far forward and your left arm is going to grab somewhere, anywhere onto that right leg. And your arms might not straighten all the way, and your legs might not straighten all the way. Do the best you can. And then whenever you're ready, same thing. You're going to bring that right knee down to the floor. Right hand comes anywhere that's comfortable. You're going to see if you can extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Maybe start with your left hand onto your left knee. Roll your shoulder up and back. Get that knee to open up. And then lengthen your arm nice and tall. Whenever you're ready, walk or crawl to the wide-legged forward fold again. Extend your right arm really far forward. See if you can grab anywhere onto that right foot with your left hand. And you're going to just try and straighten your legs. They might not straighten. That's okay. And then whenever you're done here, nice big breaths. Whenever you're done here, just make your way back down onto your knees. Knees nice and wide apart. Settle your bum back towards your heels. It doesn't have to touch. You can wiggle things around a little bit. Rest your forehead onto your hands, onto the floor, whatever is comfortable. Child's